Hey guys, and welcome to the Steele Wars Hyperchat for Thursday, the 22nd of October, 2020. Greetings to everyone in the live chat. Hey to everyone watching live on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter Periscope, and a special hello to our audio-only listeners on the Patreon exclusive podcast feed where you get all the podcast content every day as a podcast. So your feeds, it's pretty full if you are driving or whatever and you want to take in the tidbits of the Star Wars news each day just in audio form. So your eyes can do other things like not driving into the car in front of you, which is a huge benefit, There's a bit of talk in the chat before we get started. Oh, actually, I should cover I can't bury the lead on this one. It's Thursday. Normally, this is Corey Thursdays, and our buddy Corey is out with his Noah Van Outlaw, I presume, and that evil producer of theirs. What's his name? Graham or something? They're making a short film. So they've been doing that for a couple of days. So Corey hopefully will be back next Thursday. But if you're missing some Corey-ness, make sure you go back to our Mandalorian, what was it? An inside look. Because Noah and Corey pop up in there. So you got your fair whack of Corey, and maybe we can just get a quick message from Corey. Yeah, sorry guys, just working on scoops and this short film. So Clone Wars lives, great. Got my beanie on. So in lieu of Corey not being here, maybe we'll just have our other little friend in the corner. That's right, Leedra. No Corey. Sam Stubble. Hey, Sam. He is in the chat. He says, hey, Steele, just got around to your recent episode where you talk about wanting to watch Willow with Harry. Don't know if you have this option, but if you do, I feel like it's a must watch on VHS. That is very romantic, Sam, but I don't know if you have any children. Just click on Disney Plus. That's all that's the ease I'm looking for in 2020, but it won't be for a couple of years yet. And he's getting a bit of support in the chat for that. Kia Young says, what's your dream item for the first Mando Monday? Bit of merch from Toro would be great. But a realistic one. What it should be is whoever Sasha Banks is. Sasha Banks, Black Series. Bang! Out there. Funko will probably get it done. And a bit of support for some Toro merch in the chat. Oh, Sean Hoffman going the extra mile with a gentle giant Toro. That would be cool. So, a bit of a patchwork day of news. Make sure you check out yesterday's episode where we had interviews, not us, we played them on the show with Ewan McGregor talking about seeing the Obi-Wan costume again after all these years, and John Boyega talking about Colin Trevorrow's episode 9 Duel of the Fates script and the plot that had in it for Finn. So check those out. They're also as separate videos if you just want to catch those news items. And of course, you guys, I can't emphasize this just enough. And that is algorithm. Support the algorithm. Do what you can to help the algorithm. Wherever you are, click buttons. Click all the buttons. Click all the buttons. We'll have a few more details about our Mandalorian prediction show coming up, but let's tuck into a bit of news. Obi-Wan Brand says, is Corey's short film going to have an inside look before release? Wow. We can only hope. I'm wondering if this is where Ahsoka's turning up in this short film. Ki Young says, I'm sorry, but why do you love Toro so much? Hey, to quote the Star Wars films the way we like to, that is a story for another time. Or is it a tale for another time? But Lidra is got my answer pretty well, because Toro is a glorious man, and Steele knows this. Yes. Let's go to StarWars.com, where Dan Brooks, lovely man that I once saw in a Starbucks and had a great chat with. You get factoids about everything here. Inside Star Wars The High Republic, meet the Padawans, introducing the next class of Jedi from a very long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Now, this is the dauntingness of a prequel and having Padawans. They're all dead by now. They were so young in the High Republic, but they're not turning up in No Mandalorian, you know what I'm saying? Lucasfilm's multi-platform epic Star Wars The High Republic will turn back the clock to the golden age of the Jedi. That means, of course, not just stories about fully trained Jedi Knights, but their apprentices as well. And just like any student body in our galaxy, no two Padawans will be alike. That's for Camino. That's what they specialize in. The High Republic Padawans really run the gamut in terms of skill, devotion, and personality, says Lucasfilm publishing editor Jennifer Heddle. Some are reluctant to seek out adventure, while some are perhaps a little too eager. Aren't we all? Some are extremely talented in the Force, while others may have to work a little bit harder. Oh, this is too much like real life for me. We wanted to showcase a wide range of young people in the hopes every reader can find someone they can relate to. Indeed, not only does the High Republic era feature a diverse group of Jedi learners, but as several of the High Republic's creators tell StarWars.com, some Padawans have it easier than others. So let's go to Bel Zettifar. Where is he? Bel Zettifar, who's got a sweet red-eyed wolf thing, very terrifying. But he's up on the screen. Let's go through his deal. Bel Zettifar is apprentice to the legendary Loden Greatstorm. Never heard of him. And he hopes he survives the experience, says Light of the Jedi author Charles Soule. He and his master are currently stationed at a Jedi outpost on the all-world of Elforonia, deep in the Outer Rim, where they work to keep the peace and spread the light. Though the conditions are harsh, Bel spends most of his time training. The Jedi-to-be finds enjoyment wandering the iron hills of the planet with a charhound. Oh, it's a charhound named Ember. Light of the Jedi features another Padawan, however, who trains under much different circumstances. And we've got Buraga, who is a Wookiee Padawan. I don't know about the Wookiee wearing the Jedi robes. Maybe a Jedi bandit. I don't know. I've just never seen them I've never seen them so covered before. I do like his saber's got the crossguard so he doesn't ignite the fur, as it will. But Burryaga, I don't know, is one of the few Wookiees to travel from the lush forests of Kashyyyk to study in the ornate halls of the Jedi Temple on Coruscant, says Sol. While he is skilled with his two-handed lightsaber, it is Barriar's natural effortless ability to sense the emotions of others that sets him apart from other members of the Order. The Wookiee studies under Jedi Master Nib Assek, who learned Shiriwook in order to more properly educate her student in the ways of the Force. That's a good teacher. Support our teachers, guys. But in any school, there is Barrier is gifted, but in any school, there's always a golden child. In the High Republic Adventures, All Ages Adventures comic from IDW Publishing, readers will meet Lala Talasola, who is all about the Jedi Order, according to writer Daniel Jose Older. Now, there's Lala Talasola, and she is looking pretty spiffy in her Padawan robes. For some reason, I'm not a fan of the decorations on them. It's like, yeah, it's a bit too. The Jedi robe was just the robe. Although the Jedi in the prequels all should have been dressed like Luke Skywalker in Return of the Jedi. Come on. She loves it. She can hardly wait to get knighted and wants to be the best Jedi that there ever was. Besides being amazing and top of her class with a lightsaber, she's loyal and compassionate and looks out for her two best friends, Farzala and Quart, especially when they're causing mischief. Finally, one Padawan will get a harsh dose of reality. Brutal. Claudia Gray's young adult novel Into the Dark features Reith Silas, a Jedi apprentice who will see what the galaxy is really like. Let's check out Reith. So there's Reith, young man, igniting the green. Sweet Padawan braid going on there. They've all got their sweet Padawan braids, by the way. Reith had a somewhat privileged apprenticeship because his master, Jorah Marley, is a member of the Jedi Council. That means he's spent a lot more time on Coruscant in elevated diplomatic meetings and that kind of thing. So the frontier is going to be a huge transition for him, says Gray. Reith's learning what he's really made of. And then, as before, we will go through the pictures. I'm scared of the dog. Big dogs terrify me. When I go to Araja's house from the Sith list, he's got these Dobermans, and no buys. They terrify me. I'm always like, oh, you better get him out of the room for Harry. Harry is not into the big dogs. Harry loves the big dogs. Sam Carey says, in relation to Beauregard, reminds me of that Robot Chicken clip where Han visits Chewie's family and they are all wearing clothes. And Han is horrified because he realized that Chewbacca was nude all this time. Very good. Very good. Now, let's pop over. Oh, there's a little bit of, if you're interested in getting into the High Republic and you don't want to miss out, because quite often these number ones in the comics, they do tend to move it. So Carvin Scott, who's the comic writer for the Marvel series, High Republic, and is a very fun person to interact with on Twitter. He, on his blog, has got Star Wars High Republic #1 on sale, date and solicitation revealed. This goes on sale January 6th, but how I believe it works, I haven't been into a comic book shop to do this for a couple of years. Now is when the comic shops are putting in their pre-orders, so you should contact your local comic book shop. Don't contact your local comic. They will not help out. Whether it's actually a literal comic book or a comedian, unless the comedian works at the local comic book shop, which is a bit of a dream job for a lot of comedians. So maybe they do. But anyway, check with your local comic book shop if you are interested in this. The blurb is, before the Skywalker saga, the golden age of the Jedi, a new era of Star Wars storytelling begins. It is centuries before the Skywalker saga. The Jedi are at their height, protecting the galaxy as Republic pioneers push into new territories. As the frontier prepares for the dedication of the majestic Starlight Beacon, Padawan Keeve Trennis faces the ultimate choice. Will she complete her Jedi trials or rescue the innocent from disaster? New Jedi, new ships, new evils to fight. And that's 32 pages. It is rated T for terrific and will be $3.99 in the US. Do you guys know? I'll tell you something about other parts of the world. The comics, like all the pretty much all comics have a price on the front for America. And normally when a product like that would have, would have the Australian price on it. But I guess things don't really have prices on them anymore. But like in the supermarket and stuff. Does the people remember when stuff in the supermarket had a price on it? Woof, that was convenient. You could add up how much you were going to spend as you went like at the counter. Anyway, because you were spending money, dollars, so you had to make sure you had enough. Anyway, all the American comics have a price on them, like $3.99, and rather than having to reprice them in, say, Australia, they just in comic book shops have a table above all the comics, which if it says $3.99 in American, it means it's like $7.99 in Australian. So it's just how the other, world live, I guess. So let's go back to the comic covers. There's one, Phil Noto, with three, I don't know the names yet, you guys, but I know they're three of the main High Republic stars. Then, this one's interesting. Ario Ananito has got it's many monsters in one. It's not looking good. Yeah, he's all over the place with tentacles and a couple of Jedi in front of it, and then some bizarre bounty hunters on a concept art variant cover by Pascal Blanche and Gonzalo Kenny. For me, for my collecting OCD, I wouldn't be going the concept art. I like that. I'd say this one if I was going to get this. Ario Anadito has got the I like the action cover. Good stuff. So thank you, Carvin Scott. Also at StarWars.com, Empire at 40. From a certain point of view, the Empire Strikes Back audiobook cast revealed. I thought it was From a Certain Point of View Strikes Back. Stop changing the name. Is that a fan name? No, then it says it down here. Damn it. You have never experienced or heard Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back quite like this. From a certain point of view, The Empire Strikes Back, arriving November 10th, is an anthology with celebrating 40 years with 40 stories of Empire Strikes Back. Here are some of the cast. No, it is the complete cast. Jonathan Davis, Sean Kennan, Ellis Reese, Dion Graham, John Hamm. John Hamm is back, presumably solely as Boba Fett. And I remember hearing it. And wasn't he a bit of a bro? So it would be like, he's no good to me dead, bro. Is that what's going to be going down? I know King Tom and Hawes didn't seem too happy about his inclusion. January Lafoy, Sonella Nankani, Mark Thompson, Sam Witwer, who I presume will be doing some Darth Sidious action. Sam Carey says, was only going to get the book, but I saw Sam Witwer, and now I'm definitely going to get the audio book. So there's a little bit of cash your way. Lucasfilm Publishing, care of Sam Witwer. And Emily Wu-Zeller. So that is for November 10th. Now, let's check out, let's just round this one. Actually, before we go to this, I'll talk about that. And that is some future shows. Tomorrow night, we've got our Mandalorian Episode 7 Watchalong episode with Robbo and I as part of the Robbo Report. So that will apparently play copyright legal. But for best effect, have Disney Plus out and ready to press play. And I'll be popping into the chat. And it'll be up for all time for people to enjoy. It will also be on the Patreon audio feed. And Saturday night, it is a very special event. I'm going to get banners up for this. It is the Mandalorian Season 2 Prediction Contest Show. It is Saturday night, 7 p.m. West, 10 p.m. East. As the little ticker thing says down the bottom, join in the fun. Now, there is 3 ways. How this works is we want to hear your best one prediction for the Mandalorian Season 2. At the end of the season, we will work out which ones came true, and then we will have a vote, a competition to see who the best predictor was. Now, saying like Ahsoka makes an appearance, that's very expected. A lot of people are going to say that. So even though it may well be true, it is not going to work that well in the contest. You know, if you say like Ahsoka appears in Mandalorian Season 2 with a robot arm, hey, and if she does, spoiler alert, everyone, sorry, spoiler alert about the robot arm. Oof. Then you may win if your prediction of that level comes true. So there is 2 ways that you can enter. One, if you can't make it live, email prediction@steelewars.com. I'm now paranoid it is predictions@steelewars.com, but I will check now. As that app opens, where are we at? Prediction. It is prediction@steelewars.com. So send it in there or join us live. We will put up a link so you can either call or video in with your prediction. One prediction. And if someone gets in with the same prediction before you, it goes to them. So it's first predicted best. Blah. And we'll sort of do, we've got some other podcasters and YouTubers that are going to send in some, and we'll play them. Then we'll go through some live ones where you can call in, and then we'll wrap up with the email ones. Oh, we'll pepper them all the way through depending on demand. But as we did for our yearly prediction shows, this is a super fun, goofy game. I have got a prize, but I can't find. Wait, I'll go get the prize. Wait there. That's good content. I will rebadge it a bit, but the prize for the winner this year of the Mandalorian Season 2 prediction contest will win the Mandalorian Darksaber of Prediction. The who wields this Darksaber is the best Season 2 predictor. And look, it lights up and everything. So ignite the white with the black weird stuff around it like on the cartoon and get predicting. Sam Carey. How can we email in our predictions again? Just look down the bottom. Are you toying with me? Am I getting tooled with, sir? So let's bounce this off and let's just see what's happening on Google Star Wars. We've got a couple of minutes, so let's just check out what's happening in Star Wars news. Oh, and I just got a prediction from Alex Damon in the email. There's some good sizzle. Star Wars Explained. He wants the Darksaber of Prediction prize. Star Wars, it tells me in Star Wars news that people are also searching for The Mandalorian Season 2. I can't click on any of those. They're going to make me too mad. Collider has an interview of Liam Neeson, and I checked this out before. And Liam Neeson on Honest Thief, Darkman Memories, and if he's been asked back for Star Wars. Now, so this is at collider.com, and he says in it, he's so vague on just, he's sort of like, is Star Wars still going? I don't know. And then the interviewer says, oh, you could come back on Disney Plus. And he's like, yeah, I could. But yeah, very, very vague. So either he's doing a great no-sell or he's simply never coming back or in the future. I don't see a place for Liam Neeson coming back. You know, if it was going to be like young Qui-Gon, it's not going to be him. You know, if he's going to Force Ghost in, I feel like that was a Star Wars Episode 9 type possibility that we were, or not we all were, but it was something that we'd all considered. Multiple Force Ghosts coming back. So yeah, I sort of I just don't. Star Wars is so prequeled out. Comicbook.com, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Ming-Na Wen, and Star Wars' Mark Hamill bond over insomnia troubles. Now, this is so... It's just them talking about... I think she tweeted, if insomnia gets your attention, I may never sleep again. It's just Mark Hamill and her bouncing back about insomnia and stuff. This is so frivolous, but at least it's real. At least it's something fun that happened on the internet and people can click on it. Because, oh my God, there's just so much these clickbait sites just reporting any theories as Mandalorian leaks. We did the Empire. This is interesting. Scott Mendelson of Forbes. We'll wrap up with this one, but I'll check the chat if there's any questions or topics that you want to hit before I go. And Scott Mendelson is a very polarizing entertainment reporter in the Star Wars online fandom. And I like a lot of what he writes, but he does definitely have a leniency to very much skew anti Rise of Skywalker. And so he sometimes leans on his bias a little bit too hard in that direction. But this is something I was thinking about with films and how Disney had reportedly, refocusing or totally shifting even more so than ever its focus on Disney Plus. And that is this. It's like, are people going to go to the cinema repeatedly enough anymore to get these billion-dollar box offices? Like, I feel like in my heart, I would go to the cinema and the first one, I'd be very keen. And then after that, who can say the way the world changes by then? But, I'm not going to be going more. I'm not going to be going, oh, yes. So I feel like people they're going to get, it's going to be hard for people to get out in the insane numbers to make $1 billion box office. He says if domestic grosses remain suppressed by the coronavirus and China continues to pump out their own tentpoles and thus stop caring about Hollywood's, the era of the $1 billion grossing blockbuster could have ended with Frozen 2 and Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. And then talks about a few films that were contenders, like Wonder Woman 1984, No Time to Die, Black Widow. I wouldn't see Black Widow hitting $1 billion, but that is that, and that's something we might have to accept. Who knows when we go back to see a new Star Wars film, and one of the news items, is it on here? Oh no, I've already clicked off it. One of them was a theory that it's reported that they're doing some scouting for a Star Wars planet, icy mountaintops. So people are immediately clickbaiting that it's. I got to get this story up. Wait there. That it's part of the Mandalorian. Where did this one go? Inverse.com. The Mandalorian Season 2 could set up Taika Waititi's new Star Wars movie. Taika Waititi is all over The Mandalorian, aside from directing. It's beginning to look like Taika's movie could overlap directly with something that happens in The Mandalorian Season 2. British newspaper The Daily Record reports the new Star Wars movie will be filming in the Scottish Highlands for 3 days beginning December as part of the location scouting process. The combination of North Scotland and December means one thing: snow, and lots of it. Let's go to the questions. Oh man, I've got to go way back. As King Tom has branded Scott Mendelson, bad Mendo, Catherine Neen. It's the last for a while, at least, as Lidra. Sam Stable asks, I was going to wait for Toro Watch to ask this question, but would you be okay if when Toro returns in Season 2, he looked like that lounge singing weirdo in a vat from Solo? How dare you? Charlie's fanning out on King Tom, calling him bad Mendo. And Lidra agrees with me. I can't imagine sitting in a packed theater right now. Nope. Hey, that's about 34 minutes of content right there. I hope you enjoyed it. We might have a Q&A tomorrow. I just posted one up on the audio one up on the Patreon feed. And if a couple of questions come in super soon, I will do that. Otherwise, we've got the Robo Report Friday night premiere, and then the Mandalorian prediction contest show Saturday night. It is going to be super fun. I'm very excited. I love the prediction show game. I don't know why. I am just into it. But that will be it. Please algorithm it up. Go back and check out some of our highlight clips from this week. And may that force be with you.